Factor follow-up segment tonight. Federal prosecutors are expected to add more charges against Dr. Phil Austin, who supplied anabolic steroids to pro wrestler Chris Benoit. As you may know, Benoit murdered his wife and 7-year-old son, then killed himself on June 22nd. Austin was not charged in that case, but with other drug-related crimes. Now, there's no question this entire sordid case does not reflect well on pro wrestling. WWE Chairman Vince McMahon would not speak to us about the situation. Even though wrestling ratings have not declined, his business seems to be as good as ever. And that business is heavily dependent on children watching. A few years ago, I spoke with Linda McMahon, his wife, the CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment, about the kid factor.
Let the bodies hit the...
These shows air 4 nights a week, and kids of all ages are watching. WWF CEO Linda McMahon makes no apologies that youth is being served this kind of entertainment.
Most of the children that we have found to watch our programming through our research, if they're from, 2 to 11 especially, are watching with a parent.
So, 2-year-olds?
2-year-olds, according to Nielsen, 2-year-olds are part of our audience. And it becomes then a family activity of watching television.
A family event to watch wrestling. I have a 2-year-old. I wouldn't let her watch wrestling. I don't want her to see some sweaty guy flying across the ring. Getting a chair broken over his head. Something the matter with me?
Definitely not. I'm not sure that it's appropriate for a 2-year-old.
I'm going to be on the cover of Playboy.
But you as a parent make that conscious decision for your child.
You're not talking about nude pictures, are you?
What about kids who don't have responsible parents, yet they have access to the television set and they can turn on the wrestling at a very young age and watch this carnage and mayhem that they can't put into perspective? What about those kids?
I don't think it's the responsibility of a programmer to try to be inside a home.
So who is to blame for John Nunziato, a WWF viewer who broke his neck imitating a wrestling move he saw on television?
He grabbed me, picked me up. All I remember seeing was the street and then the floor. I'm one person. Who's to say the next person doesn't get killed from it?
Bill, in our research, what we have shown is kids do get it. They get the fact that it's a storyline.
Don't try this.
Please don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
Look out!
They all know that this is just over the top.
I can tell you, yes, by and large they do. That's exactly what they say.
None of them ape the behavior or ape the language.
Some of them might. Of course, there are always exceptions.
Opening statements getting underway in what's become known as the wrestling
This is about the murder of a 6-year-old child. 14-year-old Lionel Tate.
The defense claims Lionel was mimicking a pro wrestling move he'd seen on
She
TV.
hit a steel staircase.
She did.
The boy's lawyer argues pro wrestling is at least partly to blame for Tiffany's death. When the 12-year-old was arrested, police say the boy was watching wrestling on TV.
Lionel Tate guilty of the charge of murder in the first degree.
I do believe your program is coarsening society and is making some kids think in a way that is unhealthy for them to think. I believe that.
Let's get ready for some backyard violence!
We like what we do. We like
what you do.
We like what we do.
And now I can add the Benoit case to that resume.